Hello dear students, welcome back. So in last class we have started exploring the things about matter. We had classified the matter based on physical state as well as chemical nature. So today we are going to learn about the properties of matter and their measurement. So every substance has unique characteristic and properties. These properties can be classified in two parts. Number one, physical properties, and number two, chemical properties. Now let's get some idea about the physical as well as chemical property. So what do you mean by physical properties of any substance? So physical properties are those properties which can be measured or observed, without changing the identity of substance. Means during measurement composition of the substance does not change. Such type of property is called physical property. Now the example of the physical property are color, odor, boiling point, melting point, density. All these are example of physical properties. Now if we think about chemical properties, then observation of any chemical property of substance, require specific chemical change to occur. Now chemical change are special type of chemical change of any substance is special type of chemical reaction experienced by substance. Okay, for example, acidity, basicity, combustibility. Okay, and whenever any chemical reaction occur, whenever any chemical reaction or change occur, original substance which is called as reactant lose its identity and new substance with new set of properties are formed. Okay, so in short, for any matter there are two types of property, physical as well as chemical properties. Okay, in measurement of physical property, the substance does not change, its chemical composition remains same. But when you measure the chemical properties, you have to go through the various type of chemical reaction given by a particular substance. Okay, now there are certain properties of substance which are quantitative in nature, which we called as physical quantity. Okay, because we have to measure it. Clear? So what are the physical quantities? For example, length, mass, volume, okay, etc. These are nothing but a kind of physical quantity. So every physical quantity has two characteristics. It should have a particular value and it should have a proper unit. These both are complementary to each other. Okay, for example, if I am talking about length, okay, and if I will write just 100, so what I have written over here? Only value. So 100, the value does not carry any meaning. When I will write meter followed by it, then it carry the meaning that object has length equal to 100 meter. Okay, similarly, if I will write only unit kilometer, it does not carry any meaning or it does not make any sense. But when I will write the value in front of it, 5 kilometer, then it make a sense that we are talking about a distance covered by an object which is equal to 5 kilometer. Clear? So every physical quantity has two characteristics, value followed by a proper unit. Now physical quantity you are going to learn more in detail in physics. Every physical quantity has two types. Okay, basic physical quantity, or you can say fundamental quantities, okay, and the second one are derived physical quantities. So the basic or fundamental physical quantities are the length, mass and time. Clear? These three are fundamental physical quantity. Derived physical quantity like density, then you can have another one, velocity. Okay, these are the derived physical quantity. So density is mass by volume. So you have used mass, a fundamental physical quantity, volume, fundamental physical quantity, and with the help of that you have derived another quantity called density. That's why it is called derived. Okay, velocity, distance covered in unit time. Okay, so you will measure distance covered in meter, okay, and time in second. So distance covered, distance, length, it is a fundamental quantity, time fundamental quantity, and based on that the new quantity which is obtained, velocity, can be considered as a derived physical quantity. There are many more examples of such type of quantity that you are going to learn later on. Clear? So measurement system, now we will learn measurement system. So to measure the fundamental and derived physical quantity, there are many measurement system we are using, okay, from so many years. I will make a list of this measurement system. Now the common measurement system are, the first one, FPS system, okay, which measure the length, mass and time. So the unit for length, feet, okay, mass, pound, and S for second, which will measure the time. The second one is CGS unit system, C for centimeter, which will measure the length, G for gram for mass, and S for second, time. The similar one, MKS system, M for meter, K for kilogram, and S for second. Okay, now the next most important one which we are going to discuss is SI system. Okay, that is called System International. System International. It is a measurement unit system, okay, which was universally accepted by all over the world. So System International has total 7 fundamental physical quantity, okay, which we are going to discuss, and also the symbol as well as units available for the 7 fundamental physical quantity. Okay, so the first physical quantity for System International is length. Okay, now the symbol for quantity is small l, the unit for length is meter, and the symbol used for meter is small m. Clear? Similarly, the second important physical quantity is mass. The symbol used for quantity small m. SI unit for measurement of mass is kilogram, and its symbol is kg. The third one is time. Symbol small t, unit second, and its symbol is small s. The fourth one is electric current. Electric current. Okay, its symbol is I, unit ampere, and its symbol is A. The fifth one is thermodynamic temperature. Thermodynamic temperature, symbol capital T, SI unit Kelvin, and its symbol is K. The sixth one is amount of substance. Amount of substance, symbol small n, unit mole, and the symbol is MOL, mole. The seventh one is luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. Luminous means light, so you can say it is intensity of light. Symbol IV, unit candela, and its symbol is CD. So you have to remember these 7 physical quantities, okay, selected in SI system of unit. Okay, now let's discuss different physical quantity. The first one is mass. It represent amount of matter present in it. Okay, while weight, it is the force exerted by gravity on object. Okay, the mass of the substance is always remain constant, whereas its weight can be changed from place to place depend upon gravity. Clear? Now unit of mass in SI system, kilogram. Okay, other units, so gram, milligram also, the smaller one. Okay, smaller than that, centigram, picogram, etc. Okay, depending upon the quantity given. Now if we talk about volume, then SI unit for volume is 1 meter cube. For example, suppose this is cube, we can measure the volume by L cross B cross H, 1 meter cross 1 meter cross 1 meter, it is 1 meter cube. Okay, smaller unit 1 centimeter cube or 1 cubic centimeter. Okay, in simple form it is called 1 cc cubic centimeter, but this is for solid material. If we want to measure the volume for liquid and gas, then the units used are liter, okay, milliliter, small volume, okay, microliter, etc. Clear? but liter, ml are not considered as SI unit. क्लियर, ये SI यूनिट नहीं है. SI यूनिट वॉल्यूम का कौन सा है? 1 मीटर क्यूब. ओके. नाउ द नेक्स्ट important physical quantity is density. So as we had discussed earlier, density D is equal to ratio of mass by volume. Now what is the SI unit for density? So SI unit, since it is derived quantity, the unit of mass kilogram and volume meter cube. So kilogram per meter cube or kilogram into meter raised to minus 3. This is SI unit for density. The smaller units are smaller unit gram per centimeter cube, okay, or gram per ml, etc. So this is about density. Now the next one is temperature. What is the definition of temperature? So it is an average kinetic energy held by particle. Okay, it represent degree of heat, clear. Units for temperature, the first one Kelvin, it is SI unit. Other unit are degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Now when there are more than 1 unit available for measurement of same physical quantity, then there will be interrelation between them. Okay, so Kelvin, degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit, all of them measure temperature, so there must be interrelation between them. So you can convert them. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 degree Celsius plus 32. This equation you can use to convert Fahrenheit to degree Celsius or degree Celsius into Fahrenheit. Similarly, Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15 or Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. Okay, so now for example 25 degrees Celsius is equal to dash Kelvin and dash degree Fahrenheit. Clear? So if we apply this into the equation, Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273, then 25 plus 273, roughly it is 298 Kelvin. Similarly, degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 degree Celsius plus 32. So 9 by 5, 25 plus 32. Clear? So it is 45 plus 32, 77 degree Fahrenheit. Similarly, you can calculate some more example like this. 37 degrees Celsius is equal to dash Kelvin and dash degree Fahrenheit. Okay, 45 degrees Celsius is equal to dash Kelvin and dash degree Fahrenheit. Minus 40 degrees Celsius is equal to Kelvin and dash degree Fahrenheit. Clear? 27 degrees Celsius is equal to dash Kelvin and dash degree Fahrenheit. So calculate this example, okay, for the practice.